Greetings, YouTube. I don't know where to start with this video because I am so humbled and shocked that I am at 10,000 subs. And so the words thank you don't even begin to describe how shocked I am. Yesterday was truly one of the best days of my life because I just realized, like, this actually happens. Like, this has happened. But I want you to understand why this is so crazy, why this should never have happened, and how you all out there watching this really have meant more to me than I probably have meant to you, even though I say that and I know that you enjoy my videos. So I don't want to give myself no credit, but for this, I've got to take off the glasses. Not only because of the screen glare, but I just want to be as vulnerable as possible. So here's the deal. About 3 years ago, I was involved in one of the worst breakups you could possibly be involved with. It was so traumatic that I was scarred for years after it. And, I was dating a girl who, she's a nice girl, but when we broke up, it was terrible. And she had told me that really her only rule, as strange as it sounds in the relationship, was that I was not allowed to play video games because she had dated someone in the past that was really abusive when it came to using video games. And I wasn't a gamer. I hadn't played anything since the GameCube. So that wasn't a rule that I necessarily had a problem following because I wasn't playing anything anyways. But my counselor after the breakup said, you need to do something for yourself that is something you couldn't have done had you stayed in the relationship. And I thought really hard about that. And then I saw a commercial on a Swag Bucks video for Marvel Contest of Champions, and I saw Symbiote Spider-Man, who looked like Venom had taken over Spider-Man's body, which reminded me of these awesome Super Nintendo games I used to play, and the awesome 1990s Spider-Man animated TV series. And I was like, this kind of looks like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter, games I played as a kid, so I'll download it, what the heck. And I was terrible at it, like the worst player in the world probably, but it was something to do when I wasn't teaching that could hopefully get my mind off of the breakup. And then I thought that all of the trauma that I went through was finally for something, because I ended up meeting another girl that was amazing and we actually became engaged. And then I had this really, really significant moment of clarity where I realized just 3 months before the wedding was supposed to take place that I was going to have to basically change who I was. I couldn't be the best part of myself to make her happy because she hated sarcasm. She probably was going to have me give up MCOC because she didn't like technology. She didn't like video games. And I just realized that I couldn't do it. And so I made the toughest decision of my life to break off the engagement to somebody that I really was excited to marry. And in both cases, with the first ex I talked about that got me into the game accidentally, and my ex-fiance, within 6 months of breaking up, they not only were with somebody else, but they were engaged and eventually married to that person. And I'm a triplet. I have an identical twin whose voice has appeared in some of my videos, and a fraternal twin. And a lot of people are like, wow, triplet, that's so cool. But the problem is when you're a triplet, you're just easily replaceable. You're easily disposed of because they just think you're interchangeable. So in a relationship, all of my worst insecurities flooded me, especially after my ex-fiance was walking down the aisle with someone else 6 months after we were supposed to. And so to be blunt, I sunk into a really, really bad depression. There were days where I couldn't get out of bed and I had to call in sick for work because I felt hopeless. And it was at that point that I thought, I just don't know if there's ever going to be anything that I can get excited about in my life. I've peaked. It's done. And I was still pretty much that depressed last summer when I visited my identical twin in Portland, Oregon, and I had saved up a bunch of 5-star shards to try to get Stark Spidey. Spoiler alert, as you know, didn't get him. But he knew that I had this dormant YouTube channel that was mostly for Oreo and pizza products that nothing but really stoners ever watched, probably in their parents' basement. Still a key audience for YouTube. That would get like 50 views, right? Like not even close to triple digits. And I hadn't really done that much in a while, but he knew the YouTube channel existed. So he's like, why don't you just throw this video online and talk about it? I didn't even know how to work the equipment, and it was a terrible video, but it got a little bit of traffic. Not a lot, just a little bit. And I thought to myself, that's kind of crazy, right? Like every once in a while somebody would comment, hey man, thanks for making the video. Love from Singapore or Holland or South Africa or England. And I'm like, wait, you actually like that? Are you okay? Is there something wrong with you? And so I just started making videos every once in a while. And they were not good. And most people didn't watch them. But every once in a while, somebody would say they liked it. And the first couple of months of my YouTube channel were really tough. I got a lot of death threats from people who not only hated my YouTube videos, but actually told me that my videos made them want to throw me off a bridge. And when I was hopeless and when I was depressed and I was reading those comments, it was very tempting for me to think, I'm terrible at this. No one's going to like this. I should just delete my channel and give up. The world would be better off. But right when I was about to, I did a final video that was on October 31st. It was on Halloween, my big Blade opening, the only time I ever got any luck in featured 5-star crystals. And that video kind of took off. Not really, really took off, but enough to where I went from like a couple hundred subscribers to like doubling that. And then slowly but surely, like in November and December of last year, people started to message me and say, hey, I just want you to know I enjoy your videos, keep it up. And so I decided to not delete my YouTube channel, even though I was really close to. And then in January, I didn't even have 1,000 subscribers. But then somehow from January of 2018 to now, the end of May, I went from 1,000 subs to 10,000 subs. And along that time, I would say 85 to 90% of the feedback was positive, to the point that not only did I just love doing this, but I actually felt less depressed because I got to help you love a game that I also love, and at times call out a company that is super shady and needs to be called out, and just be really honest. And my goal from the start of my YouTube channel, my goal was to comment and respond to everybody that took the time to give me feedback. And I realize sometimes I don't have the time to do that perfectly, but whether it's a live stream or a YouTube video, my goal is always to thank you for being willing to give me your precious time. It is so humbling to me that you would spend your time watching some professor in Stillwater, Oklahoma's YouTube videos about a mobile video game. And so I still want to be that person. I don't care if I've got 10 million subscribers. I still owe it to you as a thank you and as a courtesy to respond to you and to be engaged with you. And yeah, I may be single now, but I'm not depressed because you all have truly saved me from what I was going through. And you've given me the confidence to actually think I'm kind of good at this. And I know I'm never going to be the best MCOC skilled player. I mean, there are amazing people like the Analyzer and Seaton who are head and shoulders above me. And I'm sure if there are people from my old alliance that kicked me out, they're like, yeah, and everybody in this alliance was better than you too. And you know what? They're probably right. But what I lack in skill, hopefully I make up for in honesty and humor and just vulnerability. And so I never thought that I would make it to 10,000 subscribers. Hell, I never thought I'd make it to 100 subscribers. And so now I think it's my responsibility, but it's also my privilege to just say thank you. Thank you for giving some 30-year-old nerd professor in Oklahoma the chance to feel hope for the first time in a long, long time. You've given me light during a very dark time in my life. And I just want to return the favor by continuing to produce the best videos I can with the most helpful commentary. I want to give you a reason to laugh or smile or think and to just give you something that hopefully makes your day a little bit better, because I can guarantee you that you are making my day a whole lot better. And yes, I've been through hell, but it was all worth it to be able to be at this point for you. This shield behind me, I don't even know why I kept it. This was part of what happened with my ex-fiance. I was actually Captain America, the whitest Captain America in the history of the world, for Halloween. And I got rid of 95% of the stuff that reminded me of her, but for some reason I just kept the shield. It wasn't even doing anything in my house. I mean, it was just sitting like against a wall. And then right before my first live stream, I'm like, I don't know if I really want to have this. He just likes to read books. Haven't read most of those, by the way. Behind him, let's put the shield behind me. And a lot of people liked it. And so suddenly this thing that I probably thought I should have thrown away became a staple of my channel. And that's just a reminder that you can take something that only has negative memories and make it into positive ones. And that's another, hopefully, lesson out of this video. So yes, we are here. We are at 10,000 subscribers. And my goal, my commitment, my pledge to you is to be the best I can every day, whether it's in a live stream or in a video or just messaging you back in the Line app or commenting on your comments. I want to be the best I can for you because you truly have made my day. You've made my year. You've saved me from that despair and given me real hope. So thank you, YouTube. Thank you so much. And here's to another 10,000 subscribers. The first 10,000 was truly some of the best moments of my life.